Hi there, how do you say to change in Dutch? A question asked by Gulden on this channel. But first of all, thank you for all the donations you've given. It helps me to build out this channel, and you can give a donation as well if you click on the three dots you see there. Alright, good, but what is to change? Well, you have a couple of options in Dutch, and some of them have some overlap with each other, but others don't. Let's see them. So that's veranderen, wisselen, vervangen, ruilen, and wijzigen, and some others, but these ones are the main ones. We'll start with veranderen. So what is veranderen? Let's see an example. Het weer verandert. The weather changes. Okay, good. Or, ik wil van werk veranderen. I want to switch jobs. What is the difference there between het weer verandert and ik wil van werk veranderen? Well, the preposition. Ik wil van werk veranderen. Van means that you want to change something for something else. Het weer verandert. The weather changes. The weather is changing itself. And that's very important not to forget this van. If you say, for example, ik wil mijn werk veranderen. I want to change my work. Then you say, well, I don't want to get another job, but I want to change my job, my own job, so my own job becomes better. Very important thing to say if you're talking to your friends and I really want to change my own job. Okay, ik wil mijn werk veranderen, or ik wil van werk veranderen. I'm actually looking for another job, because ik wil mijn werk veranderen. It doesn't mean you're looking for another job. So, important difference. Do not forget the van if you want to switch something for something else. Wisselen, the second one, is bijvoorbeeld, for example, we wisselen van trui. Or, ik moet geld wisselen. We wisselen van trui. Again, this is quite similar to veranderen van. We veranderen van trui, or we wisselen van trui. There's not a big difference between those two. Wisselen van is to switch, so you're taking off your own pullover. We switch pullovers, it means. And then you take on, you get another one, because it's too cold, and then you need to take a warmer one. And then geld wisselen is to exchange money, for example, dollars for euros. Good. Can you use veranderen with geld wisselen? No. Geld wisselen is to exchange something for something else. And what does uitwisselen then mean? Which is a separable verb. So, ik wissel iets uit. We wisselen info uit. We exchange information. Well, uitwisselen is when you give something and the other one also gives something. Typically with information or business cards. So, we wisselen informatie uit. We exchange information. Good, and what is the difference between verwisselen and wisselen? Well, this is going to take us far away from the basic level, but wisselen is usually more intentionally than verwisselen. The next one is vervangen. When do you use vervangen? Well, vervangen is to replace something. For example, dat raam moet je vervangen. You'll have to replace that window. Vervangen is typically used when something is broken or something needs to be replaced. For example, if you have a colleague and a colleague goes away, then you're typically going to use vervangen. Can you use then veranderen or wisselen? Not really. It doesn't sound well because vervangen is, to replace someone. In other contexts, for example, in a football game or in a sports game, when you have to switch, one player is too tired, then you can use both vervangen, because you're bringing in someone new, you replace someone, and you can also use wisselen because, you switch two players or you swap two players for another. All right. What does ruilen mean then? Well, ruilen, as in ik ruil die boeken voor t-shirts, I swap those books for t-shirts, is something that means, it has a business connotation, like you're doing trade. You're trading something without using money. So, ruilen. For example, children have those Pokemon cards or whatever, and they will typically do ruilen. They will swap or trade a card for another one without using money. So that's the typical connotation for ruilen. For example, in this example, ik ruil die boeken voor t-shirts. You can't really use vervangen or wisselen, or veranderen. It doesn't really sound right because you're doing some sort of transaction with someone else without using business. So you're transferring ownership to someone else without money. All right, what does wijzigen mean? That means to modify or to amend. For example, kan je die zin wijzigen? Can you amend or can you edit that sentence? So that's wijzigen. Obviously, many of these explanations I gave in this video are a little bit, you get to feel it a little bit, but in some cases it's just wrong to use ruilen for veranderen. All right, and last one, and that is to change, as in changing clothes. Like if you want to take other clothes, then you can use zich omkleden. We kleden ons om. As in to change, without a specific type, because as we have seen, we switch pullovers. That's verwisselen van trui. Well, to change without a specific type of cloth or a piece of clothing, then you're going to use zich omkleden. Goed. Thank you for watching this video, and if you want to have more videos on this level, feel free to click on the playlist out there.